So last couple of years, y'all have had a much more pass-heavy offense, a lot more pass sets for you guys. How has it changed this year? People said that this offense is going to be a lot more run-heavy. Is it a lot different in your approach this year, or is it still pretty much the same?
Pretty much the same. I mean, last year we approached every game saying that we were going to be running the ball or passing. It didn't really matter. It's whatever coach called. So kind of the same thing, same mindsets.
Yeah. A few years ago in the Sugar Bowl, Laramie Tunsil caught a throwback pass from the tackle position. You think we got to play like that in the playbook this year?
Yeah, I need to talk to Coach Coach Richrod about that. Give him put something in like that for me.
Yeah, he executed.
I told him I got some hands, but
Right. He executed pretty well. How do you think you stack up against Tunsil on the slot?
You know, I think I got a good chance of doing it, but you know, he was athletic, but I'm athletic too. So
As a student athlete, did y'all have much interaction with Ross Bjork? And if so, kind of what was it like having him around and getting to know him?
Yeah, we did have some interaction with him. He's a really good guy. I really liked him a lot. I would just see him around and talk to him, but yeah, I don't have really much to say about it.
I know his emphasis is in the student athlete experience. What did you see while he was around that really emphasized that student athlete experience?
Yeah, he was all about the student athlete, wasn't about himself, but he was a good guy, always treated me well, my family well, so I'm very thankful to meet him, and been with him for 4 years.
Is there anything that you could talk about Coach Luke, like any funny stories you might have in spring practice or anytime like that?
Yeah, Coach Luke, every time we run our up-tempo practice stuff, he's like, put the ball down, put the ball down, put the ball down, snap it. So he goes pretty wild with that stuff. With rivalry weeks, he gets pretty wild. So it's pretty interesting to see.
You say pretty wild.
It's a different switch. He flips it, and it gets us going. And you walks into the meeting room, you know it's a different week.
Do you see a greater emphasis in you guys running the football on offense, and what do you think about that?
Yeah, I do. This spring we did a lot more run heavy, a lot of passing too though. It's good for offensive line, and we got a bunch of guys stepping up. We lost a lot of people, but we have a lot of good people stepping up. Royce Newman, Eli Johnson, Bryce Matthews, of course Ben Brown playing. Eli's been a beast this spring. Same with Royce. He played tackle or tight end in high school and transferred to tackle, so he's been really looking good. And then Bryce Matthews the dog's been coming out in him this spring, so it's been good to see.
What are your early impressions of Rich Rodriguez?
He's wild. He yells a lot, but I like it because it kind of gets me going in practice. Everyone needs to be yelled at, so kind of makes you more disciplined.
What's it like taking over one of the leadership roles? Because, Sean and Javon and those guys have been kind of your leaders.
Yeah.
Now you're the guy.
Yeah, it's been different. Sean and Jordan and Javon, they've always kind of been the leaders and voice, and I've kind of led by example. But now to step up this year and start leading with my voice and kind of just taking charge of everything. It's been tough, but it's been fun to do, and the guys rallied around.
Which young guys have you been impressed with?
Nick Broker. He's been working really hard this summer, and I think he's going to get a lot of good reps this fall camp, and hopefully he'll be able to get on the field this year.
For people around the league that aren't familiar with Matt Corral, what specifically does he bring to the table?
He brings a nasty attitude. He gets out on that field, and you love to see that as an offensive lineman because he gets out there, and that's how I'm out there. So, he doesn't take any crap for anyone, so it's good to see.
Was that scuffle in the Egg Bowl an example of that?
Yeah, it was a little eye-opening. I liked it. Got me going.
Alex, this is an offense that doesn't have